Hey teachers, Nicole Gleason here. I want to show you some of the math reports and ELA reports that you can get with Front Row. First one is adaptive practice, and it has several reports within that. If you click on student activity, then you can see what your students are doing at the time. This is a sample report because I don't have anything in there at the moment. So you can see how much time they've spent, what standard they're working on, questions that they've done, their accuracy, and how much time they've spent. If you go to report cards, it will tell you what grade average each of your students is at, how many coins they've earned, their name obviously, suggested standards that they should be working on. And if you click next to a student on the arrow, it will give you a more detailed report for each student. And within this, it will say the current standard. This one, let me back out because they only have one. Let's see, let's try Hermione. Also has one. Eventually, this area will fill out as they've done each domain section. We'll also give you the questions that they've answered by domain in the last 7 days, their accuracy in the last 7 days, and then it will tell you their strongest standard and their weakest standard. And then down at the bottom it will show you their fact practice session. When you click on groups in matrix, and actually let me switch over to a different group of students. And then if you choose a domain, it will actually group the students for you. And this is very helpful for knowing what students you want to work with on particular standards to make it a little easier for you. And then if you go down further, then you can see what standard they're working on. So if it's a green, then they've 100% completed it. And then if it's this color, 75%, 50%, and so on. And let me actually go to my other class. This one gives you a little better idea of how it can be varied. And if you go further down, then you can get a better picture of where they fall on the matrix. Analysis is pretty cool. You can choose what standard you want to look at for your class, and then click add. And then this takes a few minutes to, well, not minutes, a few seconds to put it in, and then you see they have not started that one yet. Let's choose, a lot of times they're doing the NBT, so let's go to this one and then click add. And then for this you'll see what they've mastered in green, and how difficult, so with no difficulty, low difficulty, and the red would be high difficulty. You can put several standards in here so you can look at them, and if you want to get rid of one, you just click on it and it will take that one away. So if you have particular standards that you want to look at, this is a great way to check that out for your students. The next one down is growth. And with this you can see how much gains your students have made. I'll say the beginning level, the current level, and how much growth they've made. And then the next one down is targeted practice. This would be assignments, and I haven't done any assignments for my students, but down here is an example of what it would look like. Fact practice is another one that I really like. So you can click on student activity, and then it would give you the time that they've worked on it, what operation they're working on, the level they're at, and the question they're on, plus their accuracy. The one I really like is the fact mastery one, and when you switch to that and then click here for a report, It gives you a nice graph to see what ones they have mastered. So green is mastered, blue's practicing, and the white would be not practiced yet. And so as you go through the different screens, you'll see where they're at. Assessments. When you assign an assessment, you will get a report that looks like this. It will have all the questions, the answers, the accuracy. It's a really nice way to take assessments. And these all you can print off as well. The last one in the math reports is standards, and this just takes you to the different standards if you want to see what a standard is. Like, say maybe you're a second grade teacher, but you want to see maybe one that's above what you're teaching, then you can click on it, and it would give you some sample questions that go with that, and then it also gives you some resources, and a lot of times the resources are videos that you can show your students to help them learn that standard. When you get to the ELA reports, you have student activity, and it would look like this. It will show you who the student is, what questions they've done, their accuracy, and the time spent on that. When you click reading skills, it will tell you the anchor skills and where they're at in those anchor skills. And with the writing skills, a very similar format of the different parts of the writing skills that are measured and where they fall on that. And it will also make groups for you, but I have not had my students do that as well. So just like the math making groups for each standard, it can make some ELA groups for you if you use this feature of having the students read often. The word study will say in blue will be currently practicing, and green is what's mastered. In this class, I don't have anyone that's gotten that far yet. Let's see if we do here. So Katniss is up on the scale for word study. And up and above, it will tell you where they're at. So if you saw like a red dot here, you would know that they're working on their big beginning consonant sounds in kindergarten, and so forth. And then ELA also has assessments like math, and it would give you a brief overview of the assessment here, the grade level that they're on, what they answered, and then you could also click view student report and it would give you a more detailed report. But since I have not done that with my pretend students, you do not see that there. If you have any questions, feel free to email me and make use of this data because it's a lot of information here that can help you out. Have a good day. Bye.